Hello everyone, welcome back to Innovate Code Hub YouTube channel. I am Dami. Today I'm going to explain about basic SQL queries and SQL constraint. Okay, I am going to create a connection with my SQL server using command prompt. For that, I will use this command MySQL -h host. I use localhost and -u you mean username. The username is root and -p. Then we can enter password here. Okay, I have established a connection with my SQL server using command prompt. I am going to explain basic SQL queries regarding manage database. My first query is show databases. We can use show databases. Okay, once I run show databases query, we can see what are the database which are available in our local MySQL server. Then I am gonna create a new database for my future explanation. We can create new database using this query. Create database sample db. Okay, once I execute this query, automatically created new database in my MySQL server. We can show databases. It will be helpful for us to check whether created database is available in our MySQL server. Show databases. Using this command, we can check whether sample DB available in our MySQL server. You can see sample DB available in here. Then we need to change our database to sample DB. We can use this command to change our database sample DB database changed. Using this command, we can change to particular database. I am going to create new table. I am going to create new table using this command create table user. Okay, I am going to create a user table in sample DB. We can enter columns here. We can enter ID int name Raja. We can add length of this column in here 50 and age int. Okay, once I create a table, it is available in our database. We can show the table whether is created or not in our database using show tables query. You can see there is a table in sample DB database called user. If we need to show structure of this user table, we can use desc user. Then we can see structure of user table. You can see there are 3 columns: ID, name, age, what are the data types, and other properties. Okay, I am going to insert some sample data to user table using insert into command. Insert into user table, and I'm going to add sample values to user table. ID 1, name user 1, age 20, and press enter. I have successfully added a user into user table. Then I am gonna show whether added user available or not in my table using this command. Select all from user. You can see what are the available data in user table. Using this command, you can see what are the available data in user table. I am going to add another user using insert into command. ID 2, user 2, 25, and enter. I have successfully added second user into user table. Then I am going to check whether newly added user is available or not in the user table. Select all from user. Okay, we can see two users in user table. I'm going to execute delete query to user table using this query. Delete from user where name equal user 1. We can add where close to here. Then we can define what is the user we need to delete from user table. Once press enter, then I am going to view what are the data in my user table. Select all from user table. Then you can see user 1 related data has been removed by user table. I'm going to explain about alter table. Using this command, we can alter table. Alter table user. I'm going to alter table user, add email, add email column to user table. I am going to alter table, adding email column to user table. Alter table user, add email vacha, and we can add length here, and press enter. Query has been successfully executed. Then I'm going to describe table. Using describe SQL query, we can see structure of user table. DESC user. Okay, you can see email column has been added into user table. Okay, these are the basic commands which are related to SQL. I have explained how to create database, how to show databases, how to use database, how to create table, how to show tables in database, how to alter table, how to delete table, and how to show data in table. These are the basic SQL command which are related to a structured query language. I am gonna explain about SQL constraint. SQL constraints play a critical role in ensuring data quality, consistency, and adherence to rules within a relational database. Okay, I am going to give some example for the SQL constraint. Okay, I am going to explain some set of SQL constraint. As a first, I will explain about not null constraint. Before explain not null constraint, I am going to drop table user. Okay, I have dropped user table. Then I don't have any tables in my sample DB database. Then I am going to create table user, and I'm going to add columns to here, id int. Okay, and name varchar. We can add length of this column here, and age int. We can add not null SQL constraint here. As we need, we can add not null for particular column. Then I'm going to describe user table. You can see age null column. Null column has a value no to age. It means age cannot be null. Okay, I'm going to insert sample data to user table. Insert into user table values user id 1, name user 1, and age. I'm going to add 20 as a age. Press enter. User 1 has been successfully added into user table. Then I'm going to show table data. Select all from user. Then you can see there is a user record in user table. I'm going to add another record using insert into user values to add values id 2, username user 2, and age none. Once I press enter, you can see there is an error message called age cannot be null. The reason I have added not null constraint to age column. Okay, I'm going to explain next SQL constraint, which is called unique SQL. As a first, I'm going to drop my user table in database. Drop table user. Okay, I am going to create user table, create. Okay, I have successfully dropped user table. Then I don't. Okay, I have successfully deleted. Okay, I have successfully dropped user table in my database. Then I am going to create a new table called user, create table user. Okay, I'm going to add column here, id int and name varchar and add length here and age int. I am going to add unique constraint to name. We can mark name as unique. Okay, I have created a table. Okay, I'm going to show my tables in the database. Show tables. You can see there is a table called user, and I'm going to describe the user table. Okay, you can see name marked as unique. I am going to insert data to user table. Insert into user, insert into user values id1, name user1, age 20, then enter. I am going to show table data using select all from user. You can see there is a user record. Okay, once I execute select from user SQL query, you can see there is an user record in user table. I am going to add another user to here. Insert into user values to user 2, that same user, and 23. Okay, you can see there is an error message, duplicate entry user for key user.username. It means I have marked username name as a unique. We can't duplicate name in user table. Okay, these are the things which are related to unique constraint. I am going to explain about default constraint. First, I have successfully dropped the user table and I don't have any table in my database. As a trust, I'm going to create table user and add columns here, id int name varchar, can add length here and age int. I'm going to add default value to name column. We can add like this, default sample user. Okay, I have created a table in my sample DB database. Then I'm going to show tables. You can see there is a table in my sample DB. Then I am going to describe ESC user. You can see there is a default value to name column. Okay, these are the things which are related to default constraint. I'm going to explain about check constraint. So first I drop table user. Okay, I'm going to explain about check constraint. I have dropped my user table and create you. Okay, I have dropped my user table and I'm going to create a new table to user. Okay, I'm going to explain about check constraint. As a first, I create a table, create table user. Okay, create table user. Then I'm going to add column here, id int, name varchar. You can add length here, and age. The type is int. I'm going to add check constraint in here. We can add check and condition age 20. Then get a table. Then I am going to okay. I have successfully created a table in my database, and I'm going to insert sample data to user table. Insert into user values id1 and user1 age 23. Okay, I have successfully added I have okay okay I have successfully added an okay I have successfully added her data to user table. Then I am going to add another data to user table. Insert into user values id2 name user2 age 19. You can see there is an error. The reason I have added check constraint to age column, age should be greater than 20. I have added 19 as a age. That's the reason we can see there is an error in here. Okay, I'm going to explain about foreign key constraint. I need to create two tables. I'm going to create first table, create table user id int and primary key. Id is a primary key and name varchar Pacha and add length here and age int. Okay, I have created a table called user in my sample DB. We can see what are the table which are available in my sample DB table. Okay, I have successfully created a user table in my sample DB. Then I am going to show what are the tables in my sample DB database. Show tables. You can see user table and DSC user. Using DESC user command, we can describe the user table. I'm going to create separate table, create table orders int id. This one is a primary key of order table and user id int and quantity is int. I'm going to mark user id as foreign key of the orders table which is come from user table. For that we need to do this change. Okay, I'm going to explain about foreign key constraint. Before that, I need to create a separate table called orders. Create table orders, add id, data type is int. This one is a primary key of the orders table. Okay, and add user id int and quantity int. I'm gonna mark user id as primary key. Okay, I'm gonna explain about foreign key constraints. Before that, I need to create a separate table called orders. Create table orders and add columns here, id int primary key and add user id column int and quantity column also int, and I'm gonna mark user id as foreign key in orders table which is come from user table. Okay, foreign key user id references user table id. This means I'm going to mark user id column as foreign key which is come from user table id. Okay, then run command show tables in my database. There are two tables, orders, users. See orders. You can see user id column marked as foreign key in here. Okay, then I'm going to add sample data to user table and orders table. Before that, we should check the data of user table. There are no any data in user table. I am going to insert data to user table. Insert into user values id1, name user1, age 23. Okay, I have added one data to user table. Then I am going to create. Okay, I have added one data to user table. Then I am gonna add new data to user table. 2 user 2, age is 24. Okay, I have added two data to user table. Then I am gonna add data to orders table. Insert into orders values. We can add as a first ID 1, user ID. I'm going to add 1 and quantity 3. Okay, the data has been added successfully. I'm going to add another data entering user ID as 3. When I press enter, okay, when I run this command, you can see there is an error. The reason, when I try to end user ID as 3, there is no any records belongs to user ID 3 in user table. When I show user table, select all from user, you can see there is no any user ID belongs to 3. In this video, I have explained what are the basic SQL command in SQL and how to add constraints to our database. These are the things which I needed to teach you today. In the next video, I will explain about SQL function and join queries. I think you could grasp my explanation. If you have any comments or suggestion, please put in that to comment section. Thanks for watching and see you on next video.